Hello everyone, this is the video of Legal Studies class 12 unit 1st, that is Judiciary, and the topic is District and Subordinate Courts. By the time we have discussed about the Supreme Court and then High Courts and now District or Subordinate Courts. So in this video we will be seeing that what are the duties, what are the powers and basically the jurisdiction of the district courts and how the judges are appointed of the district courts. Regarding all those things we will be discussing in this video. So, and yes, we will also discuss the hierarchy of the district courts. As we have studied in my previous video that the judiciary has different categories based on the subject matter as well as based on the territorial jurisdiction. So we will see all those things as well. So let's begin with the introduction. Every district has district court and sessions court which work under the supervision of concerned high court. The district judges deal with the civil cases and sessions judges deal with the criminal cases. So here we have two types of district court. First, district courts and sessions courts. District court looking after the cases which are civil in nature. On the other hand, sessions court looking after the cases which are criminal in nature. Sessions judge can award capital punishment but subject to concerned high court's approval. What does it mean that sessions courts have the power to give any length of the punishment and to award any sort of punishment that is defined under the law, that is Indian Penal Code. So the last one is capital punishment. So that is basically death sentence. So sessions courts have the power to award the capital punishment as well. But this punishment is the subject to high court's approval. What happens here that once a session court awards capital punishment, then it goes to high courts, and that is the procedure that it has to go there, and then high courts review the punishment and approve it or reject it. That depends upon high court's review on that case. The next point is district sessions court hears appeals against the decision of the lower courts. So this point is talking about the appellate jurisdiction. We have seen this type of jurisdiction in reference to High Court and in reference to Supreme Court. So district courts and sessions courts both have the appellate jurisdiction on that account. The next point is the judges of district court and or session courts appointed by the governor of the concerned state in consultation with the High Court. So there is a lengthy process again for the appointment of a district court judges. So that we will discuss in a separate video. So don't worry on that account. By the time you just understand that a judge of a district court or a session court is appointed by the governor after the consultation with the concerned High Court. The next point is the district judge is also called a metropolitan sessions judge when he is presiding over a district court in a city which is designated as metropolitan area by the state government. What does it mean that the city which is designated as metropolitan, so in that city district the court is not known as district court or sessions court, rather it is known as metropolitan court and metropolitan sessions court in case of criminal matter. Now let's check out the hierarchy of district courts. District court hierarchy in reference to civil matters. As you can see on the board that district court at the top, then subordinate court, and subordinate court consists of civil judge senior division and civil judge junior division. and at the bottom, as you can see here, there is Munsif Court. So this is the structure of district court. Now let's check out the structure of Sessions Court. As you can see here, at the top you can see that there is Sessions Court and then Judicial Magistrate of first class and then Judicial Magistrate of second class. So this is the structural hierarchy of Sessions Court. Now let's check out the Metropolitan Courts for civil matter cases. What is its structure? It is structured as City Council Court and Court of smaller causes. And again, Metropolitan Courts for criminal matter cases. Sessions Courts at the top, Chief Metropolitan Court at the middle, and at the bottom Metropolitan Magistrate Court. So this is what and this is how the district court is structured in hierarchy. So I believe you must understood this. So this structure is essential for understanding the legal proceeding. Now let's check out jurisdiction of district and other lower courts in civil matters. As a matter of fact, every suit should be instituted before the court of lowest jurisdiction. As we have discussed this point earlier as well, that the case need to be filed in the lowermost court first. But that depends upon the subject matter and on the territorial jurisdiction as well. So let's check out how it is filed. In the civil side, the Munsif Court is the court of lowest jurisdiction. However, if the value of the subject matter of the suit is worth rupees 1 lakh or below, the Munsif Court is the competent court to try the suit. But this value, that is 1 lakh, just take an example. It's not something like you can take it as a real value, because this value is subject to change time to time, as well as in different states this value maybe you find different. So you cannot consider this an exact value, but this is how the case is categorized. So if you just demarcate the cases for the Munsif Court, then it is 1 lakh worth, and if it is more than that, then it will go to higher court. But this example is an example. So the next point is, if the value exceeds above rupees 1 lakh, the suit should be filed before the subordinate judge's court, as we have seen in the hierarchy that above the Munsif Court there is subordinate court. But one point that you need to note here, that is an appeal that you are supposed to be thinking that from the Munsif Court it should go to subordinate court, but matter is not like this. Please pay attention. But the matter is not like this. After Munsif Court, that is appealed in the district court directly. So it escapes the subordinate court. Secondly, appeals from the decisions of the subordinate court are filed before the district court. So once the case is decided either in the Munsif Court or in the subordinate court, both cases directly will be filed in the district court only. It means subordinate court has no appellate jurisdiction. Though there is a court below this, but it hasn't appellate jurisdiction. Now let's check out the jurisdiction of sessions and other lower courts in the criminal matters. However, before understanding that, I have a very interesting story regarding the name, that is Sessions Court. What does it mean? Originally, the Sessions Court heard each case continuously in sessions. Just pay attention. And delivered judgments immediately on completion of arguments. Hence, the name Sessions Court meant that the cases would be disposed of expeditiously. So, what it is saying that earlier, the kind of practice was regarding the criminal matters, it used to be heard in continuity and in sessions, and immediately after the completion of the argument, judge used to award the punishment. So this is how its name is originated, Sessions Court. The Sessions Court is responsible for adjudicating matters related to criminal cases such as murders, theft, dacoity, pickpocketing and other such cases. As we have seen in the hierarchy that it has 3 courts, so depending upon the nature of or degree of crime, each court can decide the cases. If it is the matter of murder, then of course it is district court only, but if it is the matter of pickpocketing or something like that kind of criminal issues, then it's the lower court that going to hear such cases. So this is all for this video that we have seen regarding the district court and or sessions court depending upon the subject matter. So we have discussed about the district court, that is its constitution, its jurisdiction, its power and the type of courts are there. That is basically the structure of the courts. So this is all for this video. See you in next video.